Welcome, everyone, to a new episode of Speak English from Scratch. I'm Zina, and I'm so happy to have you with us today. Our topic is a question many people ask. Where do I even begin to learn English properly? To answer that, I have a great guest today, my good friend, Ahmed. His English is fantastic, and I'm sure we can all learn a lot from him. Welcome, Ahmed.
Thanks so much for having me, Zina. I'm really excited to be here with you and all the listeners. I hope we can share something useful with everyone.
I'm sure we will. Ahmed, a lot of people feel a bit lost when they start. They don't know where to begin. Should they focus on grammar, vocabulary, or just speaking?
It's true. It's the biggest challenge for anyone trying to learn a new language.
So we want to hear your top tips and the lessons you've learned from your own experience.
Absolutely happy to share.
So, let's dive into our first question. If someone decides today that they want to start learning English, what's the first piece of advice you'd give them? What's the most important step they need to take?
Very first and most important step is to define your goal clearly. Don't just say, I want to learn English. Ask yourself why you want to learn it. Is it for travel, a job, to watch movies and TV shows without subtitles? When you have a clear goal, you'll have a strong motivation to keep going, even when things get tough.
So, your goal is your compass. That makes perfect sense.
Exactly. And the second step is to not focus on grammar at the beginning. A lot of people waste time memorizing grammar rules and forget to practice. Language is a skill, just like swimming or driving a car. You won't learn to swim by just reading a book about the physics of water. You have to get in the pool and practice.
I used to make that exact mistake with grammar.
The best advice I can give is to start talking to yourself. In any situation, try to describe what you see in English. For example, the cup is on the table, or the sun is very hot today. This trains your tongue to speak the language. You can also record yourself and listen to your pronunciation.
We have to be our own coaches in a way.
Exactly. And another tip is to find a practice partner. You can talk with a friend who's also learning or join a group on Telegram or WhatsApp for people who want to practice English. There are also apps like Hello Talk that connect you with native speakers who want to learn Arabic. It's a great opportunity to speak with them in English while you help them with Arabic.
That's a great idea.
A very common problem is that people learn lots of words but forget them quickly. The issue isn't with memorizing but with not using the words. A word is like a tool. The more you use it, the more it sticks in your head. My advice is that when you learn a new word, try to use it in a sentence right away. You can write it in a notebook with a personal sentence or try to say it in your conversations.
So, what's the first step for someone who feels their accent is holding them back?
Number one tip is to listen and imitate. The most effective way to improve your pronunciation isn't by memorizing rules, but by training your ear and your mouth. I highly recommend a technique called shadowing. It's simple. Find a short video or podcast with a native speaker, play a sentence, and then immediately try to say it exactly the same way they did. Copy their rhythm, their intonation, and their accent.
Shadowing. That sounds like a workout for your mouth.
It is. Think of it like a musician practicing scales. You're building muscle memory for your tongue and your lips. It's a fantastic way to train your mouth to make sounds that don't exist in our own language. For example, the difference between P and B. Many people confuse them. Practice saying pen and then bin. Listen closely to how your lips move differently.
Makes sense. I have a lot of trouble with the th sound, like in think or thee. It's so hard.
That's a classic one. The trick is to put the tip of your tongue between your teeth and push air out. For the, it's a voiced sound, so you can feel a vibration. For think, it's unvoiced, just air. Practice by saying this and that a few times. Don't worry if it feels weird at first. That's a good sign you're doing it correctly.
It feels so unnatural. Okay, but what about having an accent? Is it bad to have an accent? I feel like I have to sound like a native speaker to be understood.
Absolutely not. That's a common misconception, and it puts too much pressure on people. An accent is a part of who you are. The goal is not to eliminate your accent, the goal is clarity. As long as people can understand you, your pronunciation is good. Focus on being clear, not on being perfect.
That's such a relief to hear. So it's not about sounding like a movie star, it's just about getting the message across.
Exactly. And my final tip is to record yourself. It might feel a bit awkward at first, but it's the best way to hear how you actually sound. Record yourself saying a few sentences and then listen back to them. You'll be able to spot areas to work on. And more importantly, you'll see how much you're improving over time. Much.
Wow. We've reached the end of another great episode, and I'm so happy we were able to cover these important topics. Thank you so much again, Ahmed, for all the advice you've given us.
Thank you, Zina, for this opportunity. I hope the listeners found it useful.
I'm sure they did. To all our listeners, remember the takeaway from both episodes. The beginning is the most important step. Define your goal, and don't be afraid to practice. Don't focus too much on grammar at first, but instead focus on speaking and daily usage. And as Ahmed said in this episode, when it comes to pronunciation, don't worry too much about your accent. The most important thing is clarity. Use the shadowing technique to train your tongue and record yourself to track your progress. Every step you take gets you closer to your goal. And before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like so you don't miss any new episodes. It really helps us reach more people. Thank you all for listening and following along.